It looked like another polished royal photo op. Meghan Markle, camera ready, striding down the aisle of an American Airlines flight, like a walking advertisement for first-class charm. Her smile was glowing, her posture perfect, and every moment was crafted like a scene from a lifestyle ad. She even scribbled a sweet thank you note for the flight crew. The internet ate it up. A lovely, feel-good moment. But while Meghan was playing air hostess chic at 30,000 feet, a much different flight was coming into focus. Because while Meghan was all smiles in the sky, turbulence was unfolding, not in the air, but back on the ground. And it wasn't coming from American Airlines. It came from British Airways, specifically from a royal tour flight that had carried Meghan, Harry, and their baby. That's where the whispers began. One crew member came forward, anonymous, but believable, and what she said rattled everything. According to her, Meghan didn't show the slightest emotional connection to the baby. There was no bonding, no interaction. The nanny did it all. The strangest part, the baby didn't even respond to her. Alone, that might seem like exhaustion or maybe jet lag. But this wasn't a one-off. For some, it was the final piece of a theory that had been bubbling since 2019. What if Meghan never gave birth at all? And into that fire stepped DL, a name that still remains a mystery, but her story is sending royal watchers into meltdown. She says she wasn't just involved, she was the surrogate, twice. Once for Archie, once for Lilibet. And the way she tells it, it wasn't a normal arrangement. It was a controlled operation. She was flown into a locked compound. No phone, no contact, just orders. Deliver the child. Sign the NDA, then disappear. DL went along with it. Until, she says, Meghan ghosted her completely after the second birth. No acknowledgement, no thanks. Just gone. That's when DL decided she wouldn't be silent anymore. And now she's showing what she says is proof. Footage from the compound. Medical scans, hospital documentation, all timed to the births. She's even daring a DNA test. Test me. Test them. Let's find out who's lying, she says. And if it ended there, that would have been enough to break the internet. But it gets stranger. That clip from years ago, the one where Meghan's baby bump seemed to collapse while she bent down, is making a viral comeback. At the time, people said it was just bad lighting or a camera angle. But now it's Exhibit A. Then came the weird baby photos, cropped shots, filtered images, and that now infamous photo of baby feet. Observers noted the hands holding those feet didn't even match Meghan's. The nail shape, the skin tone, all off. And rumors began to circulate that Meghan wasn't even present for Lilibet's birth. She appeared only afterward for a press photo. At first, it sounded like internet fantasy. But DL's story made it feel plausible, because DL didn't just come with words, she came with video. Time-stamped footage of her pregnant, lying on a hospital bed, whispering the date and location. She holds a newborn in her arms. She sobs. A nurse stands nearby. If that metadata checks out, this could be devastating, and DL isn't doing it for money. She says she turned down multiple offers from tabloids. She wants her truth, not a price tag. What broke her silence? Watching Meghan talk emotionally in recent interviews about motherhood, DL said it felt like someone else was wearing my skin. And that's when Meghan's PR machine went into overdrive. Suddenly, happy family content filled the feed. Laughter in gardens. A blog about resilience. Photos meant to scream authenticity. But sharp-eyed followers noticed something strange. In one video, the child, supposedly Lilibet, didn't have Meghan's eyes or Harry's red hair. Reddit exploded. Forums analyzed bone structure. People zoomed in on pixels. It wasn't just about the kids anymore. It was about the entire narrative, and then the timing. Meghan's appearance on that American Airlines flight happened within hours of the leak. And she didn't just fly. She made sure every moment was captured. The thank you note. The aisle stroll. The warm glances at the crew. It looked spontaneous. But it wasn't. It was a narrative reset, a soft PR distraction. But instead of controlling the story, it made things worse. People started asking, if it's all real, why work so hard to convince us? That comment went viral. And suddenly, the cracks in Meghan and Harry's carefully crafted fairy tale grew bigger. The British Airways attendant wasn't the only one talking. Other insiders began to whisper. Quiet voices from behind palace walls. Staff members, aides, former colleagues, all saying the same thing. There were always questions. No official investigation, of course. But in private, meetings were held. Contingency plans drawn. And now those behind-the-scenes concerns are colliding with public. Chaos. DL's footage isn't just clips. It's evidence. She shows herself pregnant, visibly exhausted, documenting every moment in a facility she says the Sussex team arranged. The belly is unmistakable. There's no trick, no filter. She even filmed herself holding the baby, crying softly. And she kept everything, because she was promised respect. What she got instead was ERASURE, so now she's speaking, not for fame, not for attention, just to reclaim her place in the story. Because for years, someone else has lived her reality. And while Meghan's team tries to rewrite the script with cute videos and cozy captions, the internet is asking harder questions, not about optics, about truth, about titles, about legitimacy. Because if DL's story holds, it's not just a PR scandal, it's a royal reckoning. Inside Buckingham Palace, things are no longer calm behind those centuries-old walls. According to sources close to the royals, the legal team is now deeply reviewing the laws of succession. See, Archie and Lilibet currently hold royal titles. But if Meghan didn't legally give birth to them, there's no official surrogacy contract in place, and we're looking at a full-blown constitutional crisis. This isn't just a family scandal anymore. This is about monarchy, legality, governance. And then there's Harry. The big question hanging in the air is, what did he know? And when? Some believe he was in on it all, a co-conspirator. Others think he was swept into a story he couldn't control, trapped in love and loyalty. Either way, the silence coming from him now is louder than words. And in royal circles, silence like that only means one thing: panic. Meanwhile, across the ocean in Montecito, that silence is unraveling fast. Meghan's inner circle is scrambling. Staffers are being vetted. Emails are being reread. Old loose ends suddenly feel like landmines. Because if DL moves forward with a live DNA test or a formal complaint, Meghan and Harry aren't just facing another PR storm, they could be facing real legal consequences. And the race to delay that fallout is on. Meghan's legal team has reportedly started quietly reaching out to labs, trying to block or at least stall anything from going public. They're not pushing to disprove the claim. They're just trying to buy time. Behind closed doors, there's chaos. Crisis meetings, emergency calls, lawyers flying back and forth, not just in California, but in London too. Inside the palace, senior advisors are said to be urging King Charles to step in. The warning: if we don't control the narrative, now we risk losing control of the line of succession itself. This isn't just a scandal anymore, it's a breach in protocol. The royal family has survived generations of drama, but this is uncharted territory. It's no guidebook for what happens when birthrights are questioned on such a massive scale. The palace's usual silence, once seen as dignified, is now starting to feel like fear. Back in California, the mood is shifting too. Meghan, normally composed and camera-ready, is reportedly falling apart behind the scenes. Her team says she's snapping at staff, obsessively scrolling through social media, demanding late-night PR meetings. One former aide even claimed she broke down in tears after watching a TikTok that compared DL's pregnancy footage side by side with Meghan's public baby bump moments. The resemblance? It's too close. Too undeniable. No PR campaign can erase that. Kind of visual evidence, and the fallout is already starting. Brands that once lined up to work with Meghan are now backing off. One luxury baby brand has quietly deleted all mentions of a previous collaboration. A book deal tied to her motherhood journey is now on hold. And a major fashion house, once eager to feature her, is pulling away too. This story's too unstable, one executive reportedly said. Harry, meanwhile, has gone silent. Friends say he's isolating, not picking up calls, even avoiding old allies. Some close to him believe he's known about DL for a while, longer than he let on, and the weight of that truth is breaking him down. Others think he's still in denial, hoping it'll all pass if he just stays quiet. But that silence, it's no longer being read as loyalty. It's being seen as complicity. All eyes are now on DL. Everyone's waiting for her next move. Lawyers, TV producers, even publishing houses have come calling. But she's not taking the bait. Not yet. Insiders say she wants only one thing: a live third-party supervised DNA test. No lights, no drama. Just answers. Just proof. She's not in it for money or fame. She's in it for truth. I just want the record set straight, she told a friend. The kids deserve it. And so does the public. And if that test confirms what she's saying, that she is their biological mother, then this won't just shake the Sussexes. It'll rock the very foundations of the British monarchy. Royal historians are already weighing in. There's no legal proof of Meghan giving birth and no documented surrogacy on file. The consequences are enormous. Archie and Lilibet could be stripped of titles, formally removed from the line of succession, and cut off from royal privileges, not just quietly, but in official documents. That this has moved far beyond gossip. If Meghan built an entire motherhood brand to secure royal titles, it could be one of the most damaging acts of deception in royal history, and the ripple effects could last for generations. Public trust, already fragile, may break entirely. The royal family may be forced to implement new, strict policies around future births, medical records, legal confirmation, even transparency with the press. And for the Sussex children, life may never be the same. DL insists she's not trying to ruin anyone. She just refuses to be erased. Her message is simple. I carried those babies. I brought them into this world. That matters. And now, with the world watching and institutions bracing, one thing is clear. This story isn't ending quietly. It's just beginning.